Democratic Congressman David Trone from Maryland has been in the House representing the 6th District of Maryland since 2018. He is now running for the United States Senate, hoping to fill the seat of Senator Ben Cardin, who is retiring. Congressman David Trone joins us live in studio this morning on the Hill. Congressman, good to see you. Last couple of weeks, obviously, has been dominated by the news of Donald Trump's third indictment. I just want to get your thought as a sitting member of Congress. Obviously, there had been 2 previous impeachments of the former president. Are these indictments indicative of the work that the House committees had brought forth previously that were ultimately unsuccessful? Is the Justice Department finishing the work that the Democratic House managers started? Yeah,
absolutely, Tom. It started in the House with those managers, and now we see the culmination of it. I mean, this gentleman was can't be above the law, the worst president ever in the United States, a narcissist, and I look forward to seeing him in jail, and I doubt his wife will even visit him in jail, but that's where he needs to go.
I want to talk about your Senate race. You worked very hard to get into the Congress. You had run originally against Jamie Raskin in a district down county in Montgomery County. You were ultimately unsuccessful in that. Raskin advanced on to the Senate. You moved into the district you currently represent right now. You've spent a lot of money on it. You've invested a lot of time and energy into running and ultimately winning your district. Why try for the Senate now after all the energy and expense that you have put into securing the seat that you currently represent?
Yeah, we're making great progress on the issues that we care about, and I don't need a job. I'm in this for a mission. I'm driven to advance the ball on opioid addiction, and had fentanyl death and my nephew, as you know, and addiction runs in our family, and advancing the ball on mental health and systemic racism that we have in our country. And I could do that better and even more effectively, from the Senate as a peer-to-peer, because everything is stopped by those 10 Republican senators that don't let us get it done.
You said you don't need a job. A lot of people know you. They know, you're the founder of Total Wine. A lot of times there have been discussions in the Congress about whether or not our Congress is representative of the people they are representing. Yeah. You've done very well in business over the years. Why do you see public service as something that you need to do when the reality of it is you don't need a job, Congressman?
No, we've been very fortunate. What folks forget is you're not born rich. I mean, we had an outhouse on our farm for a long time, no indoor bathroom, and then we went bankrupt. My dad went bankrupt. We were 28 and started with 0, but we've lived the American dream, and now we have an opportunity, and I think an obligation to give back. And so that's why I went into public service. That's why I'm driven to make a difference.
As you know, in this recent couple of months, the health of our elected leaders has become more of an issue. Mitch McConnell had an incident where he froze at a mic for 20 minutes. Obviously, Senator Dianne Feinstein was of note, appearing confused during a voting session. John Fetterman, and even Maryland's current Senator Chris Van Hollen had dealt with strokes in their own health history. Yeah. A lot of people know that you waged a successful fight against cancer. As you face now an election before the Maryland voters, can you give them an update on where your health is at right now and how you are doing?
Yeah, no, I'm doing good. I mean, cancer is something that we had 5 years ago, and Johns Hopkins, thank God we have such great medical teams, and now we just got to think about what we should do to help others, and that's invest in NIH.
Is that a fair question for people to ask of you?
I think it's a very fair question, and people should be as transparent as we possibly can, but it's a little bit of privacy involved also, so you got to kind of balance the two, and at the right time, talk about things.
What are your priorities if you were to get into the Senate right now? Because obviously the razor-thin margin for Democrats right now. Do you feel that the current setup of the Democratic Party speaks to where the voters are?
Yeah, the party is about putting people over politics, and we've got way too much politics, and we can see that everything that's out there now. We got to take those 20 crazies on the right, and we got to take some of our own crazies on the left, and we got to say, hey, lower the decibels, let's work in the middle and get stuff done.
Where do you place yourself on that range from?
I'm a very progressive Democrat, but I'm ranked 10th most bipartisan out of 535, 10 out of 535, because I know and go meet the Republicans where they are, explain to them why we think we can do this stuff together and try and share a vision to move things over the finish line.
Right now, there are three main candidates in the Democratic primary: yourself, the Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsobrooks, and Will Jawanda, who's a councilman in Montgomery County, which portion of which you represent. What is the difference between you and the other two candidates? Obviously, the other two candidates are African American. Angela Alsobrooks is primed to be possibly the first female African American United States Senator from Maryland. What do you bring to the table?
Yeah, as you get out in the state, and I'm in all over the state. I was in Baltimore just twice this week alone, Annapolis 2 days ago, and what people are saying crystal clearly is they want someone that's job ready, day one, already connected with the process, how it works, knows everybody in the U.S. Senate and how to move stuff over the finish line and make their lives better, bring them along with everybody else as this economy just rebounds and moves successfully forward.
It's been said that you're prepared to spend upwards of $50 million of your own money on this Senate race. Some had said that that views you as a wealthy candidate. Does that free you up in some ways?
You know, a lot of times folks say, hey, he's wealthy, but I didn't start there. I started pretty poor. Yeah. And the fact that I hadn't had to get stuff done and I hadn't figured out how to build wealth, you'd think that would be a positive. But in the Democratic Party, sometimes it's not. So, but that's the key. We know how to get stuff done. We'll spend what it takes.
Real quick, we have to wrap up. Are you prepared to debate your opponents?
Can't wait.
Okay. All right. Congressman David Trone, a candidate for the United States Senate from the great state of Maryland. We appreciate you having you back here in studio with us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.